Hello and welcome to your May 2018 Aries Taurus new moon. This is occurring on Tuesday, May 15th, right after the Sunday. We celebrate Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all, birth mothers, surrogate, and adoptive mothers. This is a day that is a beautiful celebration of life through the mother energy, that nurturing, compassionate, loving energy. And for those of us who have not necessarily experienced that in a consistent and loving way, this day can be extremely difficult. In fact, it can be even more difficult than the holidays around November and December. And so I want to remind everyone that Great Mother Speaks Oracle deck and readings are specifically designed for individuals who are experiencing mama drama trauma. These new full moon, quarterly, and lunar New Year readings are specifically to assist us in remaining vigilant and understanding our divinity, that we do in fact have access to the mother of all mothers within us, that yin energy within us that we directly connect to with the lunar cycle. So you may not have MDT, but your spouse may have it, your in-laws, adoptive children, families that you've been adopted into, close friends. It affects us all, and it does spill over into all aspects of our lives. Co-workers, managers, people who have issues that we can really boil them down to telltale signs of MDT. I'll put the link below to the telltale signs of MDT that are posted on the Mama Drama Trauma YouTube channel. If you do have mama drama trauma, then you are experiencing some form of emotional or physical abandonment or abuse on a consistent basis as a result of your birth mother, adoptive or surrogate mother's inability, unavailability, or unreadiness, unwillingness to heal her own mama drama trauma. It is a vicious family cycle. So Great Mother has a special Mother's Day message for you. I will also post that link at the bottom in the links below. When this deck was channeled to me, Great Mother was very clear about wanting to connect with her children, most estranged and alienated from her due to our birth mother experience. Not about victimization, shame, or guilt. This is about aligning ourselves with our true identity as children of the Great Mother, Father, God. Because, of course, we cannot heal mama drama trauma on our own. We need to surrender to a higher power that is able to heal a wound of void as deep as that. And so the vigilance in remembering our divinity as being dearly loved children of the Great Mother, Father, God, who are never judged, condemned, or left alone, is a universal identity. But again, as Great Mother has shared with me, an identity that her children, most alienated from her love, need to know. And with that, from the mother of all mothers, now for the new moon in Aries Taurus. Well, hello, Virgo, Libra, moon sign people. Welcome to your reading. This is 8th house and 5th house energy for you. And the moon being joined by Mercury and Uranus in your 8th house is giving us a lot of rebirth and regeneration power. So aren't you excited? This is all about new moon wishes having to do with planning and plotting your emotional and intuitive field for a cleanse. And so that's a little bit different for new moon, isn't it? Because that's typically what the full moon energy does. But this new moon is really all about that. Now, I want to just take a minute to take a look at what Great Mother has put out for us here. I see that Akhenaten is your center card. This is telling me that The law of destiny, the law of mystery rather, and divine order is extremely active for you right now. The law of mystery and divine order. This is the Yang symbol card. It's a third quarter moon card, which is about release and letting go. And this Yang card is about our purpose for incarnation. Why are we here? Why did we decide to come here? And as a Virgo Libra moon sign people, Virgo in the Sidereal, Libra in the Western, this 8th house energy is saying that from a soul perspective, this Virgo sidereal energy is being downloaded about your life purpose at this particular time in a very detailed, balanced, health-oriented way about your service to the world. You're getting some really good clarity about that. From the nakshatra of Bharani. And Bharani is about bearing the load, carrying the load. And you are carrying this load. You see there's a root chakra there as well. You're carrying the load. There's a responsibility that you have in this lifetime that is coming up for purging at this time, releasing the old thoughts, releasing the old approaches. You have Mars in your 5th house, and so this is a jovial experience. This is a much looked forward to experience, almost like you're expecting this, like a childbirth. Of course, when we have children, we do have to change our lifestyle, don't we? We do have to change how we do our lives to make way for a new life, and that is exactly how you are approaching this new moon. You are approaching this new moon very aware that this expression of your divinity is coming through. You are ready for it. You are here for it. And you are downloading. The balsamic moon is all about downloads. You are downloading what it is that you need to know to move forward with this clarity. It's almost ecliptic. It's almost ecliptic. It's almost like an eclipse. It's almost like a lunar eclipse for you, Libra moon sign people, because your transformative opportunity is the birth card. So there is some truth coming up about your birth mother that is making you very joyful. It's making you comfortable about some things that you have come to terms with, perhaps your own mama drama trauma, or on the other end of the continuum, perhaps you really realizing how much your mother really does love you, and that continuum is within mama drama trauma as well. That is the healing ticket, realizing how much our birth mothers truly do on a soul level, soulmate card, love us. It is a soul contract to incarnate with an individual so that they are forced to learn how to love themselves. We learn how to love ourselves through the experience of mama drama trauma. It is a soul contract that all souls must have at some time or another in order to learn self-love and spiritual independence. And so maybe you are a client that is watching this and you have finally gotten that. You finally are saying, wow, Tammy, okay, I am really getting this right now. My life is really changing, and how I'm expressing myself and even my attitude toward my mother and my children is changing because I really am getting that. I am grounded, root chakra, crescent moon card, in an understanding of planting this new seed, crescent moon, going forward. So the new seed for you has to do with understanding the deep soul love required in order for two souls to make this agreement. One soul makes the agreement, okay, I'm ready to dive in and learn on a deeper level what self-love is about. And the other soul says, okay, I'll do whatever is necessary as your mother in this lifetime to force you to get to that point. where you're going to have to love yourself if that's what you're going to experience in this lifetime. If you're going to experience love, you're going to have to do it yourself, because I agree, I'm not going to give it to you. I'm not going to give it to you in the way that you need it. Okay, there's a big difference. Our mothers love us, and they do, even in the physical ego form, show us love in the way that they know how, which is what we get caught up on the guilt and the shame. But they do not, and they have agreed, on the other side of incarnation, on the yin side, on the active side of releasing that yin and coming into physical form, the law of mystery and divine order. It's a mystery how we come into materialization, and that is part of it, that we do make agreements on the other side. And so this is all coming up for you this new moon as you're planting and plotting your emotional and intuitive field. What Great Mother doesn't want you to overlook is that with this energy of Bharani, the nakshatra of holding this energy, it's really a birthing energy. Many times the symbol of Bharani is the vagina. Okay, it's about birth. It's also the elephant, because elephants do bear heavy weight, and so it's you probably are releasing this heavy weight. Or again, crescent moon is taking on, it has still mostly dark moon energy in your gut, and so maybe in your gut is where you're carrying it. Libra moon people, maybe in your gut you still feel on a lower energetic instinctual survival level, you're not quite sure what to do on a gut emotional level from this Libra level. Now moving from the Sidereal and the Nakshatra Bharani into that emotional Western ego-based astrology moon sign of Libra, there's a balancing act with this 8th house energy that is coalescing around your self-worth, coalescing around your tendency to want to jump into one situation after another to avoid feeling pain, feeling inconvenienced emotionally. And so the awakening card from Great Mother is saying that keep with it. Don't do the jumping game. Now, Mars is in your 5th house, and that's why she needs to come through with this, because energetically, you are probably feeling a need to really have fun. You know, you want some sensual pleasures and all of that, and that's awesome. But she wants you to focus it on the law of mystery and divine order. She wants you to act, in other words, in ways that honor what your purpose is at this particular time. And that is ultimately for you to decide. But for these readings, Great Mother, she comes through and she lets us know what energetic support is available to us in the form that we are in at this time in our collective celestial unconsciousness to work with the wave, the cosmic wave that's coming through. And transcending that is angels in your shadow position. Angels are helping you. They are helping you through this regenerative process, this rebirthing process. And isn't it a magical one for you at this time? Living in loving detachment is indeed the yellow brick road of healing mama drama trauma. Loving detachment is accepting what is with love. And accepting mama drama trauma is one thing, but doing it with love is an expansive, progressive process, okay? It's a path. And this is a double yang, double yin card. And so that's alignment. That's ego soul alignment. And so that takes a while for that to occur. And again, it's not something we do on our own, and we do not sustain the alignment on our own. Okay, we always stay connected to Great Mother Father energy to keep us in alignment with our divinity. We are vigilant with that so that we always know that the Mother of all mothers and the Father of all fathers are supporting our emotional state, equilibrium, and our actions, right? In doing so, the self-inquiry card is telling me that this rebirth for you is getting you to a place of really being able to identify and recognize those judgments, criticisms, condemnations that are coming at you, perhaps from family, friends, co-workers, or even from within yourself, Virgo, Libra moon people, during this time, especially of Mother's Day, about how you are choosing to heal yourself and be reborn and accept this inner knowing. Now, it's hard because we cannot communicate our healing process with the very people that we're healing from. But we have to remember, like this soulmate card reminds us, hey, they're doing their job. Aunt Em and Uncle Henry, they don't have time for Dorothy and her complaints about Miss Gulch trying to take Toto. Toto symbolizes Dorothy's intuition. And so, yeah, they try to, they do everything to make sure that we learn to love ourselves. They tell us what you're seeing, you're not seeing, what you're hearing, you're not hearing, and it's not true, and you are tripping, period. And so, no, we cannot communicate with them. And so Earth Father energy is that very disciplined, very conscious, again, very active energy that says, wait a minute, is this true? Just like Hickory greeting Dorothy at the side of her bed on the return from her yellow brick road journey. He asked her, do you remember me? And remember him from when? When he was a farmhand? No. When he was Scarecrow on the yellow brick road. See, we don't remember our families and our co-workers and our mother and our father and everybody around in soul form before we incarnated. We don't remember that before we came into this. We don't remember everybody said, we're going to be in on it. We're going to be in on the Virgo Libra moon person at this particular time in their lives having this rebirth experience. And we're going to play crazy. Yeah, we're going to play crazy. They're not going to know anything, and we're not going to be listening to nothing they're talking about. And you don't need to explain to them. Just explain to yourself. Inquire within yourself when there is a condemnation, there is a judgment, there is something that makes you want to revert back to that old way. You're being rebirthed. There's a lot of energy that is rewarding you for the hard internal work that you've been doing. And I know a lot of Virgo Libra moon people that I've been working with have been doing a tremendous amount of work over the last year since the nodes went into Leo Aquarius, which was May of last year. You've been doing a lot of release work emotionally. You've been doing a lot of acceptance of what is, and I'm just so happy for you. The angels are really assisting you right now, living in loving detachment. I know it's been a long road for you, but you're being rewarded. Ra is the reward card, the primordial father card. You're getting all this father energy, a lot of this yang energy coming up for you, saying that you are being acknowledged for all the action that you've been taking. Remember, it's yin and it's yang. It's Great Mother, Father, God. We have two yins and a double yang. Of course, we talk about Great Mother, who inspires. Our lunar signs inspire the solar action and personality, right? And so double yin, double yang, ego, soul alignment, and primordial father energy. That's the same when Oz awards the three, Scarecrow, the Lion, and the Tin Man, when they return to the castle. They receive unexpected rewards. You are going to be receiving unexpected rewards. And so look out for them. Again, release any type of feelings that you have that don't allow you to establish the boundaries that you really do need to make your life stronger, so that you can focus on the rewards as they come through. They're going to be unexpected things. You'll probably get some new promotional opportunities. You'll probably hear about a new really fun thing that you like to do, maybe a hobby that you do, and maybe this summer, if you like to play kickball, there's going to be a new team forming, or something like that. You know, just something fun, something that's a complete shift away from how you've been focusing your energy in the past, for you to experience a very joyous, sensual end of spring, beginning of summer. I see that for you here, because the prostitute energy for you is all about you are recognizing your genuine true self, and you are beginning to share that true self through these boundaries that you've been establishing, through creating the type of independence that you need to live in a happy way, through all of this hard internal work that you have been doing. This prostitute card with the Ankh symbolizing your true desires and your wants, it is allowing you to communicate your wants and your wishes in very clear and productive ways in your life, which is why you're being rewarded. You know, what we send out into the world comes back to us, and so we forget that if we don't really focus on the authentic parts of ourselves, then we really can't send that out into the world to be responded to. But you've been doing that work, and I'm seeing that that's coming to fruition for you. So this is, like I said, a kind of a full moon fruition time for you, but it's also, of course, the new moon. And so check out the new moon wish suggestion link below based on this reading. I'll suggest some wishes for you. Of course, you integrate your own or create your own wishes, and we'll see what Great Mother has to say about those as the full moon comes into fruition. Your outcome card is the victim card again for you. The outcome coming up to the full moon during this lunar cycle has to do with you being able to create the situation that you want. You are not whining anymore about your situation. You are not blaming anyone anymore for your situation. And that is, I said, this is an expansive, progressive path. That is a stage of the path. And so not to poo-poo on that or to condemn or blame and judge anybody for that. We don't do that here. It's about acknowledging where the space that you're in now. You're not in that space anymore. And so your outcome is actually about this crescent moon energy and the second chakra, saying that you are by the full moon will begin to see what you have planted as worthy of your nurturance, of your support, of your articulation. It is yielding you benefits. And where you still feel victimhood, you will be supported by all the work you've done to tap into the law of mystery and divine order. That is what you are doing this new moon season, and I'm so happy for you. This victim card, to let you know, is the scene in the Wizard of Oz. If you can't see that, of course, we have darkness here where Oz is, and Dorothy is speaking to him when she rolls up on him at his camp when she runs away from home. She runs away from the farm, and then she comes and she starts talking to Professor Oz. And that is all about sharing our woes with others. As Carolyn May says, connecting with others through our woundology, through our wounds. And like I said, as I know many of you have been a part of the Great Mother Speaks life coaching, inner coaching work that I do, that you've been doing a lot of work, Libra Moon people. I'll just leave it at that. And I will say that you are aware of how to use your connection with others who have mama drama trauma in very productive and loving ways. You're using that internal Libra energy to not connect with people through neediness or that pain avoidance. But I'm seeing many of you, and those who are watching, who may be watching for the first time, you may not realize, but Great Mother's coming through and she's speaking to you too if you're watching, that you're beginning to realize that you connect to people on a higher level when you remember that you are a divine child of the Great Mother, Father God, who's never condemned or left alone. And you give from a space of power as opposed to weakness. Congratulations on this new moon and your work. Thank you so much for doing it and for shining your light in the world. Have a wonderful Mother's Day and Aries Taurus new moon. For more information about Mama Drama Trauma, visit mamadramatrauma.info.